Bow Wow, time for you to tell the truth. It's time. Bow Wow, it's time. Tell the truth.
I think it's a very, very messed up situation. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like it's crazy. Like for me, I know I haven't seen anything to like hit the news that, as far as like our industry, that made me feel some type of way like for 3 days straight. Like I can't, like nah, I would have never thought it would. If it is the end, this would be the story of how it would end. It ain't supposed to end like this. Like for me thinking on it, bruh, supposed to be on a 250-foot yacht with his wife, leg up, chilling. This how you ride it out. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of us probably never thought that we would see this. But for me, it's like, it's just unreal. Like it seems unreal at times. I know me and Jermaine, we spoke about it, and I'm just like, I would never thought that we would see him in this position.
Bow Wow is making headlines in the wildest way after a bodyguard leaked some jaw-dropping footage of him getting a little too comfortable at one of Diddy's infamous parties. The buzz is unreal, especially since Bow Wow recently stirred the pot by saying he missed those times. Turns out, what he really missed were the questionable activities that went down at Diddy's notorious gatherings. But here's where it gets even messier. Insiders are claiming Bow Wow wasn't just another guest. He was allegedly the main attraction at these parties. Yes, the centerpiece, the VIP entertainment for Diddy and his inner circle. The whispers about these high-profile industry men bending over backward, literally, for the elites, just won't stop. And now, questions are swirling about whether Bow Wow recorded some of these encounters himself. Bow Wow has been all over the news lately, and not for the best reasons. His peculiar ties to Diddy have people raising eyebrows like never before. Let's be real, Bow Wow has always been hip-hop's king of cringe, so it's no surprise he made a wildly tone-deaf comment about the whole Diddy saga that's got folks questioning if he might have been a little too close to the mogul. During an appearance on Roxy Davis's podcast, Bow Wow casually reminisced about missing Diddy's infamous parties, even going as far as to say things have been boring ever since Diddy landed behind bars. Seriously, who says that? It's honestly wild. But at the same time, a lot of folks weren't too shocked that Bow Wow would make such an off-the-wall statement. Word on the street has it that Bow Wow wasn't just a casual guest at Diddy's infamous parties. He allegedly enjoyed them because they gave him a chance to cozy up to Hollywood's elite for potential career boosts. The rumors suggest Bow Wow didn't just stumble into this world. He was allegedly introduced to it at a very young age by mentors who guided his career. Bow Wow's entry into the entertainment industry came early, and I mean really early. He was just 6 years old when he caught Snoop Dogg's attention during a concert in his hometown. That chance encounter earned Bow Wow the opportunity to perform on stage with hip-hop legends like Snoop and Dr. Dre, a moment that would set the stage for his entire career. Snoop was so impressed by Bow Wow's talent and confidence that he decided to take the young rapper under his wing, even giving him the name Lil Bow Wow. Snoop didn't stop there. He brought Bow Wow along on tour and later featured him on his iconic Doggy Style album. However, just as Bow Wow's career seemed to be taking off, Snoop's own path hit some turbulence. Around that time, Snoop began clashing with Death Row Records due to the increasingly hostile East Coast-West Coast rivalry that was dominating the rap scene. This beef wasn't just bad for business, it was dangerous, and it led to some of the biggest names in hip-hop losing their lives. With Snoop caught up in all this chaos, Bow Wow's career trajectory took a turn, and rumors about his early Hollywood experiences have continued to fuel speculation about the influences that shaped his path. When Snoop decided to part ways with Death Row Records, he didn't just want to leave young Bow Wow to fend for himself in the industry. Instead, he introduced him to Jermaine Dupri, a move that many now believe marked the start of Bow Wow's troubles. According to whispers in the industry, Jermaine wasn't just a mentor. There are unsettling claims that he exploited Bow Wow and even introduced him to others in the industry, including Diddy, who allegedly subjected him to unimaginable experiences. Now, let's be real, nobody's exactly shocked to hear Jermaine's name tied to accusations like this. Comedian Cat Williams called it out years ago, publicly putting Jermaine and Diddy on blast for their alleged misconduct involving minors. Cat didn't hold back, even labeling Jermaine as the king of PDF files, a pointed jab at the disturbing rumors that had been circulating about him for years. One of the most infamous allegations tied to Jermaine involves his treatment of Criss Cross, the teenage duo he mentored. Cat Williams claimed that Jermaine had taken advantage of the young artists, who were just 12 years old when they became a sensation. Tragically, one of the group members, Chris Mac Daddy Kelly, passed away in 2013 from an overdose. His untimely death sparked speculation that he had been carrying immense trauma, potentially stemming from the alleged abuse he endured while working with Jermaine. There's a growing belief that Chris turned to substances to cope with the pain of his experiences in the industry. His passing left fans heartbroken, but it also reignited troubling questions about what really went on behind the scenes during his rise to fame. Adding to the controversy, Jermaine publicly portrayed himself as grief-stricken after Chris's death, shedding tears and speaking about their close bond. Yet, for many, his display of sorrow felt disingenuous, especially in light of the rumors that had dogged his reputation for years. Jermaine Dupri didn't hold back when Chris Mac Daddy Kelly passed away. He released a heartfelt statement that many saw as a tribute to the late Criss Cross member. To the world, Chris Kelly was Mac Daddy, Jermaine wrote. But to me, he was the son I never had. When I think about it, I spent more time with Chris and Chris than anybody in my whole life. So you can imagine how bad this hurts. I will always love you, Chris, and I will never let the world forget you. The statement painted a picture of a grieving mentor, heartbroken over the loss of someone he claimed to have loved like family. But as time passed, cracks began to show in Jermaine's display of sorrow. When asked about Chris Kelly in a Vlad TV interview, his demeanor raised eyebrows. Far from appearing grief-stricken, Jermaine seemed indifferent. Some even said he acted suspicious, stumbling over his words and struggling to recall Chris's name. Fans were quick to notice the inconsistency. For someone who had claimed to view Chris as a son, Jermaine's attitude struck many as dismissive and out of touch. It didn't take long for rumors to resurface about the tension between Jermaine and Chris in the years leading up to Chris's tragic death. Behind the public mourning, there was reportedly a lot of bad blood, leaving many to wonder if Jermaine's grief was genuine, or just a show for the cameras. Adding fuel to the fire, a bombshell accusation from a fan took things to a new level. The fan claimed Jermaine's public displays of grief were nothing more than a cover-up. He's just trying to hide the fact that Chris sued him for serious allegations against him, the fan alleged. This claim, coupled with Jermaine's inconsistent behavior, only deepened suspicions about his true relationship with Criss Cross and what may have happened behind the scenes. The dissonance between Jermaine's emotional statement and his detached attitude in interviews has left many questioning how much of his grief was authentic and how much was just a calculated performance. The since-deleted comment that sparked controversy read, "Yeah, 17 years ago you were preying on Criss Cross. Even had a lawsuit which they won, but it was kept from the public." Jermaine Dupri didn't take the accusation lightly. He fired back at the fan and even threatened to sue the page that posted the comment. But the damage was done, and fans weren't buying his denials. With so many other stories surrounding Jermaine's questionable actions involving young boys in the industry, his threats felt more like deflection than defense. One example, fueling the skepticism, involves a shocking video that recently began circulating. A former bodyguard from the infamous Tunnel nightclub spilled details about an incident involving Bow Wow when he was just 15 or 16 years old. According to the bodyguard, Bow Wow was preyed upon by a much older woman while under Jermaine Dupri's mentorship. At an age where Bow Wow should have been protected, Jermaine's actions, or lack thereof, were a glaring example of irresponsibility. Instead of safeguarding the young artist, Jermaine exposed him to situations far too mature for someone his age. Even more troubling, Jermaine didn't express any regret about what happened. In fact, a resurfaced video shows Jermaine proudly boasting about taking a young Bow Wow to the club. He openly bragged about exposing the teenage rapper to a lifestyle that was entirely inappropriate, given his age. Jermaine's attitude seemed more focused on flaunting his access to the high life than acknowledging the potential harm his choices might have caused. But that's not all. The more fans dig into Jermaine's past, the more troubling stories they uncover. from questionable mentorship practices to enabling situations that put young talents in harm's way, Jermaine's role in these young artists' lives is now under heavy scrutiny. And with more allegations emerging, the legacy he once touted as a mentor to rising stars is starting to crumble under the weight of these disturbing claims. Rumors have also emerged claiming that Bow Wow may have been taken advantage of by a male bodyguard in Jermaine Dupri's limo. Bow Wow has denied these allegations, but fans couldn't help noticing how carefully he chose his words, as though he was trying not to reveal too much. The vagueness of his denial left many wondering if there was more to the story than he was willing to admit. Adding to the intrigue, Bow Wow's ex-girlfriend, Erica Mena, has exposed some unsettling truths about his emotional state. Erica revealed that Bow Wow carried deep trauma from his early years in the industry, which manifested as anger issues and abusive behavior toward her during their relationship. According to Erica, his unresolved pain and frustration often resulted in him lashing out. Victims of trauma frequently channel their emotions in different ways. Some turn to substances and alcohol, others seek therapy, and many unfortunately take out their pain on those closest to them. While this doesn't excuse Bow Wow's alleged behavior toward Erica, it does shed light on the potential root causes. If Bow Wow truly endured such harrowing experiences during his rise to fame, it's not surprising that his emotional scars would lead to destructive patterns in his personal life. Bow Wow's struggles bear striking similarities to those of Orlando Brown, another former child star who claims to have endured a traumatic upbringing in the entertainment industry. Orlando, who allegedly suffered similar mistreatment involving Diddy, started out as a bright young talent. He starred in 3 separate Disney movies, and many believed he was destined for a flourishing career in Hollywood. However, like Bow Wow, Orlando's journey took a dark turn. His once promising future unraveled as reports of erratic behavior, substance abuse, and disturbing allegations emerged. The parallels between the stories paint a troubling picture of the dark side of fame, where young stars are exposed to unimaginable experiences that leave lasting scars. But Orlando's promising career took a sharp turn when his life spiraled out of control. It started with legal troubles in April 2007 when he was pulled over for a traffic violation in Texas. During the stop, police discovered marijuana in his car, leading to his arrest. At the time, Orlando was trying to kickstart a music career, but success eluded him. By 2011, Orlando's struggles had escalated. He was arrested again, this time for driving under the influence in Hollywood. It became apparent that he was battling deeper issues, including alcohol abuse. His downward spiral continued in 2013 when another DUI landed him a 180-day jail sentence. Despite these setbacks, Orlando tried to move forward, but his troubles didn't stop there. In 2014, an audio recording surfaced, allegedly capturing Orlando making threats against an unnamed woman and her family. Orlando claimed that the woman was a persistent stalker who wouldn't stop harassing him, but the incident led to him being charged with disturbing the peace. For a brief moment, it seemed like Orlando was turning his life around. He managed to land a few acting roles, giving fans hope that his career might be back on track. However, by 2016, things took another dark turn. Orlando found himself in police custody again, this time for an altercation with his girlfriend and possession of substances with intent to sell. These events marked a series of low points in Orlando's life, showing a pattern of self-destructive behavior that echoed the struggles of other former child stars. His story serves as a sobering reminder of the challenges faced by young talents who enter the spotlight too soon, only to grapple with immense pressure and limited guidance. Orlando's struggles didn't end there. Each time he was due in court, he seemed to vanish into thin air. Authorities eventually tracked him down at a seedy Las Vegas hotel, a stark contrast to his once promising life in Hollywood. This discovery prompted his family and friends to intervene, staging an urgent effort to get him the help he so desperately needed. They admitted him to a rehab facility, where he was supposed to stay for several weeks. Yet, Orlando left after just 1 week, abandoning the program entirely. Not long after, a video began circulating online, showing Orlando walking barefoot on the street, clutching what appeared to be a case of wine. In the background, a man could be heard shouting threats, warning Orlando to stay away from his home. The footage painted a devastating picture. Not only was Orlando grappling with a severe addiction, but he was also homeless and spiraling out of control. Reports later revealed that Orlando's decline was tied to deeply traumatic experiences he endured in the entertainment industry. Allegedly, he faced horrific abuse at the hands of powerful figures in Hollywood, a claim that adds another layer of tragedy to his story. Orlando has spoken about these experiences in multiple interviews, often describing how he was exploited by industry elites. His accounts are heartbreaking and unsettling, as he's even gone so far as to name-drop individuals he alleges were involved, including Will Smith and Michael Jackson. One particular rant captured Orlando detailing inappropriate encounters with these famous figures, leaving fans both shocked and heartbroken. Orlando's tale is a stark reminder of the darker underbelly of the entertainment industry, where young stars often face unimaginable pressures and exploitation. His openness about his experiences sheds light on the challenges many face but are too afraid to speak about. In a chilling interview, Orlando Brown discussed what he referred to as the panda eyes ritual, allegedly practiced in secret circles by Hollywood elites. According to Orlando, this ritual involves manipulating certain nerves in a victim's body, making them more susceptible to control and manipulation. The result? Victims often end up with blackened eyes, which are referred to as panda eyes in these covert circles. Orlando went on to explain that this disturbing practice is used to shape victims into whatever their so-called masters desire. He claimed that the targets of such rituals are typically young, unsuspecting men and boys within the industry, painting a dark and horrifying picture of what happens behind closed doors in Hollywood. Years later, Orlando doubled down on his claims in an interview with Cam Capone. During this conversation, he explicitly accused Diddy of engaging in inappropriate behavior with him at one of Diddy's infamous parties. The allegations were shocking and added another layer of controversy to the ongoing discourse about exploitation in the entertainment world. But Orlando didn't stop there. In a separate interview with Funny Marco, he made cryptic remarks about Bow Wow that had fans buzzing. When asked about Bow Wow, Orlando casually replied, "Bow Wow has a good pee." The comment was bizarre and left viewers scrambling to decipher its meaning. Many speculated that Orlando was implying that Bow Wow might have been subjected to similar experiences at Diddy's parties, further fueling rumors about what really went on during those infamous events. At one point, people might have brushed off Orlando's comment as just another offbeat remark, but with the constant swirling rumors about Bow Wow being tied to Diddy, it's becoming much harder to ignore. The internet was quick to pick up on the interview, and soon after, someone tagged Bow Wow on Twitter saying, "I hope you ain't gonna let Mr. Orlando B slide like that." Bow Wow wasted no time clapping back. He responded, "Since when legends gotta speak on Effie? I'm filming my new TV show as we speak and preparing for a sold-out show at the O2 Arena for the Millennium Tour in London. I'm a 35-year-old father. I don't play them type games. You do know this, Bo you talking to, right? I am a boy, Damon." The comment had fans scratching their heads, but Bow Wow wasn't done. He added, "Dog, I'm just now seeing it. I've been wrapped up with work. I be chillin', off the grid, not all on the net. Then I'll look up and be trending. They know who names they gotta say to go viral for 24 hours. Ish be crazy." However, Bow Wow's response didn't quite hit the mark for many fans. Instead of shutting down the rumors, his remarks seemed to leave even more room for speculation. His assertion that people are using his name for clout had some fans rolling their eyes. Bow Wow has got to be on some delusional business if he really thinks people are still checking for him like that, one fan commented. While Bow Wow does have a loyal fan base and his time in the spotlight was significant, others believe he might be overestimating his current relevance. Still, Bow Wow's staunch denial didn't stop the internet chatter. For many, the timing of Orlando's comments and the nature of Bow Wow's reaction only added fuel to the fire, leaving fans to question whether there might be more to this story than meets the eye. Bow Wow might be doing his best to shake off the rumors, but the people who were closest to the action are painting a very different picture. One such person is Big Homie CC, a former Diddy bodyguard, who didn't hold back during a recent interview. When asked about the types of guests at Diddy's infamous parties, CC had some shocking details to spill. According to him, it's no surprise Bow Wow would miss those parties. Why? Because Bow Wow allegedly had a whole side hustle as a party favor at those freak-offs. CC even described one particular incident that left everyone speechless. He recounted running into a guy dressed in a mascot-like costume, grinding on another man in the middle of the dance floor. While CC didn't outright name Bow Wow, the implication was crystal clear, and to top it off, he referred to both participants as furries. Let's face it, these are some pretty wild accusations. If what CC says is true, Bow Wow's connection to Diddy's parties runs much deeper than anyone suspected. But here's the kicker. It seems like everyone who talks about these parties knows exactly what went down, but somehow they always claim they weren't involved. Convenient, right? This leaves fans torn. Could Bow Wow really have had a gig as a party favor at these notorious gatherings, or are people like CC just spinning tales for tension? It's hard to tell what's real and what's exaggerated in Hollywood's secretive circles. So what do you think? Are these just baseless rumors, or is there some truth hidden in the chaos? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stick around for more jaw-dropping content like this. See you in the next one.